What if I told you that millions of people around the world own money, that no bank controls this money, no government print this money, no central control gives permission before this money can be transacted, and that this money owned by these people can actually be sent from one person to another in a very few seconds? How is that possible? That's not science fiction. That is cryptocurrency. But then, what is cryptocurrency? Let's find out. We are going to break down cryptocurrency for everyone to understand. In our previous lesson, we have been teaching about the blockchain technology. And we said the blockchain is actually the technology that powers cryptocurrencies, the technology that made way for cryptocurrency to come into reality. But then, what are cryptocurrencies? We know cryptocurrency is a form of money that people actually use without a central control, without the government, without the banks giving them permission before they can transact this money. But what is cryptocurrency in details? We are going to be breaking it down for everyone to understand in this lesson. You stay with me on this lesson because I will break cryptocurrency down step by step for you to understand. Hello everyone, you are welcome once more to the MDB Crypto Academy. Of course, you know here we make understanding cryptocurrency very simple, especially for beginners. If this is your first time you are coming across my video, please you should refer back to my channel because there are a lot of videos I have uploaded about the blockchain network, have taught entirely about the blockchain technology. For better understanding, you should refer back to my previous lessons so that you can catch up. Okay, we are going to break down cryptocurrency today in today's lesson so that everyone can understand what cryptocurrency is actually about, what is peculiar about cryptocurrency, the different types of cryptocurrency. We are going to talk about tokens and coins. What are the difference between tokens and coins? So you stay with me on this one because I'm going to be sharing in a lot in this lesson. What is cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency is a digital or a virtual currency that runs on the blockchain network. It is a digital or a virtual currency that uses cryptography. Cryptography is simply an advanced encryption that uses this cryptography to protect transactions, to protect users and prevent counterfeiting. So based on the fact that cryptocurrency is running on the blockchain network, users are protected. Counterfeiting is prevented. No one can print fake copy of this money, and transactions are ensured to be secured on the blockchain network. So every cryptocurrency is created for a purpose. Every cryptocurrency has a specific purpose that it wants to solve. For example, there are cryptocurrencies that are created to be used as a digital currency, like the Bitcoin everyone is using today. There are cryptocurrencies that are created to be using as for gamers. They use in purchasing game tools, and there are cryptocurrencies that powers applications, the decentralized applications. So, like I'm saying, cryptocurrency is a digital or a virtual currency form of money. It is actually a currency. Like I'm saying, it is a currency because it can be sent from one person to another and is accepted by those individuals. They accept it in purchasing goods and services. So, like we earlier defined in our previous lesson about money, we discussed about money. We said money is something that is massively accepted by people. in the purchasing of goods and services. So cryptocurrency is also accepted. But now, cryptocurrency function based on cryptography. Cryptography simply comes in and ensure transparency in transactions, protect the users. Their information is protected by the cryptographic encryption. Their information is not displayed. No one can tamper with their information. Transactions, once they have been done, they are recorded on the blockchain network, like we discussed in our previous lessons. And these transactions cannot be modified. And the most important thing is that this currency cannot actually be counterfeited. There's nobody that can print a fake copy of a Bitcoin, for instance. No one can actually counterfeit Bitcoin. So you will get to understand that cryptocurrencies are all about transparency. And every cryptocurrency is created for a purpose. This cryptocurrency must solve a particular purpose. And hence, the more people adopt this cryptocurrency, the more it gains value. And based on the fact that cryptocurrency is strongly powered by the blockchain technology, which is a very secure innovation, we can ensure that our transactions are secured, our information are being stored. Once our transactions are being done, everyone can track these transactions by using what we call the blockchain explorer. You can actually access the blockchain explorer, especially on the public blockchain. Anyone can access it, anyone can download, anyone can verify to ensure that these transactions actually took place and these transactions are legit. No one is counterfeiting these currencies. So we are going to be discussing in detail to understand the different types of cryptocurrencies. How are these currencies coming about? Where are they coming from? So you stay with me on this one because there's a lot of detail for you to gain from this lesson of today. Types of cryptocurrencies. Let's talk about types of cryptocurrencies. Obviously, there are thousands of cryptocurrencies existing today, thousands of them. But then these cryptocurrencies must belong to a category. They are subdivided into category. They must fall under a category. So we are going to be discussing about this category that cryptocurrencies actually fall under. We have the first is the payment cryptocurrencies. These are cryptocurrencies that they are primarily designed for payment. Yes, for sending and receiving and payment. For example, we have the Bitcoin, we have the Litecoin. These are cryptocurrencies that are designed primarily for payment purposes. We have platform cryptocurrencies. The platform cryptocurrencies are cryptocurrencies that powers the blockchain technology, and they are mostly used by developers the developers to develop decentralized applications on that blockchain network. Yeah, for example, we have the Solana, we have the BNB. Yeah, those are coins that the powers ecosystem of a blockchain network. Developers can actually use these cryptocurrencies to develop decentralized applications on a blockchain network. We have stable coins. What are stable coins? Stable coins are coins whose value is attached to another asset. These are coins whose value is attached to another asset. For example, we have the USDT, that its value is attached to the USD dollar, the US dollar, USDC. You have USDT, you have USDC. These are stable coins whose value are attached to the USD. We also have meme coins. Meme coins started as an internet joke, but later on gained popularity and are very popular now. We have meme coins. So an example of meme coin we all know, we have the Shiba Inu, we have the Doge coins. So these are meme coins. And then we have privacy coins. These are coins that they are primarily designed to protect transaction details. They are primarily designed to protect transaction details. For example, we have the Monero, the Zcash. These are coins whose purpose is to protect transaction details and keep them in private. Coins versus tokens. So, what are the differences between a coin and a token? The misconception many beginners usually have is that all cryptocurrencies are actually coins. No, that's a misconception. So today we are going to understand the difference between a coin and a token. Actually, a coin is a cryptocurrency that has its own blockchain network. It owns its own blockchain. For example, we have heard of the Bitcoin blockchain, Ethereum blockchain, Solana, the Solana blockchain. So coins are purposely used to send and receive payments. They are used as gas fee. They are used to store value, and they are used to pay validators or miners. So actually, a coin must for a cryptocurrency to be considered as a coin, it must own its own blockchain. Yeah, it must be operating on its own blockchain, like the Bitcoin. The Bitcoin owns its own blockchain, the Bitcoin blockchain. Whereas a token is a digital asset that is built on an existing blockchain. Yeah, tokens actually, rather than starting by constructing an entire blockchain by itself, they rather decide to build it on an existing blockchain. For example, we have the Chainlink, we have thousands of tokens that are built on blockchains that are already existing. Like for example, the Solana blockchain. A lot of cryptocurrencies are built on the Solana blockchain. So a token doesn't own its own blockchain. It is built on an existing blockchain, and that blockchain manages transactions of that token. Validators are verified, coordinated by that blockchain, because a token does not own its own blockchain entirely. So these are the differences between a token and a coin. One owns its blockchain, one is built on an existing blockchain. What are utility tokens? Utility tokens provide access to products and services on a blockchain. So utility tokens, what they do is they actually provide access to products and services on a blockchain. By itself, primarily, they are not created as money. Yeah, utility tokens are not created as money, but they link, they give access to product. Take, for example, a bus card. The bus card alone is not created as money, but the bus card gives you access to use the public transport. So this is what utility tokens actually do. An example of a utility token can talk about the chain link. The chain link, it actually gives access to other applications. It gives you access to services, gives you access to products, but then primarily it wasn't created as money. It only gained value due to the fact that people started using it most often. People started using it most often. And of course, in cryptocurrency, the more adoption, the more a crypto coin or a token gains value, the more people accept to use. Because actually, people can, for a utility token, people can actually make payments. It can actually allow people to make payments. So the more people accept to use this token as an asset or digital as a currency, the more that token also gains value and is being transacted now as a currency. Governance tokens. So, governance tokens they allow individuals or holders of this token are allowed to participate in decision making on the decentralized application projects. So, these are tokens that once you are a holder of this token, you are actually given the right, equal right for you to vote on maybe a platform. These are tokens that are mostly attributed to platforms, platform development, decentralized applications. So holders of these tokens have the right to vote. To vote, for example, have the Uni on maybe the Uniswap. Holders there are actually entitled to voting. They can actually vote to make sure that maybe they vote for an upgrade of the platform, new features on the platform, payment upgrade. So once a decision is not made on this platform by an individual or a single company, no. Once it gets to a point where decision has to be made, holders of this token come together and vote. And of course, if you know that this has to be do with public voting, there's also going to be transparency because the decisions are not going to be biased. An individual will not sit and make the decision for others to follow. Decisions is not going to be biased, and of course, governance tokens are actually being adopted, and they are also used as currencies. People have been using Uni as currencies. We have the AV. People are using it. So governance tokens actually gives you access, gives you the right to vote and make decisions. Most importantly, cryptocurrency is not just a digital asset. Cryptocurrency is much more important than a digital asset because it is a new system of money, a new system of a decentralized kind of money that allows people to come together to participate, to build project, build applications, and participate on a decentralized community without necessarily needing an intermediary. They don't need somebody to come and mediate. So cryptocurrency has come to solve this problem of centralized kind of money. Of course, we know our traditional monetary system is centralized. It is controlled by the central authority. It is controlled by the central banks, the government. They determine how transactions should be made. But now cryptocurrency has come in to revitalize, to redesign the way money is being used, to stop that aspect of counterfeiting, to stop that aspect of uh, identity theft. Yeah, so with this, people are participating on the blockchain network. They are building new applications. So we can see the importance of cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is actually a new monetary system, and it is not a science fiction like many people think. It's a science fiction. No, cryptocurrency is actually a new financial revolution. It's a financial innovation, and it is decentralized. It's based on decentralization, which is being run based on the power of cryptography to protect how transactions are being made, to protect users' ID and information privacy, to prevent counterfeiting. I hope you enjoyed yourself in this one, and I will see you in the next one. In our next lesson, we are going to be discussing on the using cryptocurrencies, and we are going to talk on wallet, crypto wallet, private keys, seed phrases. Yeah, we're going to discuss about all of this, and you will get to understand how secure these applications are, how secure the cryptocurrency is, the cryptocurrency sphere is, how secure is the blockchain technology. You will also see how you can generate your seed phrases. You can actually own a crypto wallet and own your seed phrases. I'm going to talk about the importance of you protecting your seed phrases because, of course, if someone have access to your seed phrases, which are usually a combination of words, say 24 words. Those words are peculiar to your wallet only, and when they are given to you upon creation of your account, you are expected to guard those phrases because when you hear of blockchain hacks, it's not like they hack the entire blockchain. No. Cryptocurrency hack is not like they hack the entire blockchain. No. Actually, what happens is the individual seed phrases are usually accessed, and when they access your seed phrases, which are the 24 words I am saying, if I can successfully have access to your 24 words, your wallet now belongs to me because I can access your wallet through via those 24 words. I can log into your wallet at any time and withdraw funds from it. And in turn now, people will turn it as a crypto hack. Meanwhile, they were not actually careful with their seed phrases. So we are going to discuss all of this in our next lesson. I bet you will not want to miss because it is going to be an interesting lesson and a lot is going to be shared on in that lesson. You're going to learn. You are going to see how you can actually own your wallet and you can protect your wallet. So I will see you in the next one, and until then, you stay blessed.